All right, my friends, welcome back. This is Dave Henry, DH, the OGK. So today, you know, everyone's asking for different body parts that I covered. I covered biceps, I covered delts. Another one's drop-in as well for triceps and things. So what I wanted to do today was cover different rep schemes for hamstrings. There's not any unique exercises. You're not going to see any whoa, mind-blowing techniques and stuff for the same exercise. What I want to show you is different rep schemes to basically enhance what you already do, but to throw a little more intensity into your workout. And this is some of the things that I use for clients, myself, especially on a deload week when you want to change some things up from my normal fortitude training. So if you guys are ready, here we go. All right, my friends, so you guys may have noticed I've got a few victims showing up on videos and stuff like that, but the first one here, Taco, you guys know him. And one of the techniques that I like to use for my clients as well as myself, these are the 3 pulses usually, and they're at the contraction point of your movement, your concentric point of the movement. So all I have them do is theoretically fix themselves into the hamstring curls, such as like this, feet straight. You're gonna keep your toes pointed. And as he curls in, all the way in, once he gets to that contraction point, he's gonna give me 3 quick pulses. 1, 2, 3, slow release out. That's gonna be that, just like that. So we're gonna do those usually for 10. So your 10, or your quick in, squeeze, 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 and out. All right, so every time, you don't count the little pulses in there. That right there knots it up right behind your glute, right in the hamstring, right in the meat of it, giving you a super silly contraction. And you do these right, and you're gonna be down for the count for a little bit. So we normally hit 3 sets of those, trying to increase the weight every time, and then that's about it. All right, so again, here we are back at the seated hammy curls. Another technique for some of you looking for extra stuff to do. You can either do a 3-part rep or a 2-part rep. 3-part rep starts as first third of the movement, stop, legit stop. Second third, stop there. Final third, squeeze in, boom, release. Right, you're gonna release nice and control, don't want to tear anything. So first third, stop, squeeze, and squeeze through. That's 1 rep, that counts as 1, all right? So whenever you get that, third, in. Good. And that's how you're gonna do that. Usually get around 10, try and increase the weight. I shoot for 3 sets of 10. However, it usually goes 10, 10, and then 8 to 10, depending on how fatigued you are with the muscle. I always teach, go with the contraction over everything else. The rest of the stuff will follow. So squeeze in, as you see Taco doing. Don't bounce, do not rebound the weight. Squeeze, yep. Common technique people do is rebound the weight. That's not the case. We need to stop, squeeze, and squeeze. That's it. All right, guys, welcome back. So, there's a technique I like to use for a lot of my guys, and I know it's dreaded by most standards. This is my 5x5 in motion drop set. In motion meaning while you're performing the movement, someone, your training partner, your coach, whoever, pulls the weight in succession after you complete 5 reps. Your goal is to keep the weight moving smooth. Don't get to 5, stop, and let them pull it off. It's in motion. So as Taco is performing the reps, he's gonna do 5. I'm gonna pull it, and I'll tell him to keep going, go, and I'll let him know when he's at the end. All right, so it goes just like this. All right, up and squeeze. You're not gonna go sloppy. Squeeze, 1, go. 5, good, that's 1. 5, good, that's 2. Come on, 3, 4, good. 5, off, go. 5, keep going, go. 5, good, go. That's 1. 5, go. Right here. 2, up. 3, 4, done. Oh, that is how we do it, guys. It's like that, just like that. All right, guys, so if you were counting the reps, it's approximately 40 reps on that when you do it. I call them 5x5s. Normally you're pulling it 5 times or so. Gauge your weight accordingly, according to how your client feels, how you feel at the time. But there's another intensity technique to throw in there, and it definitely will smoke you. It'll definitely gas you. So if you're looking for additional workout intensifiers, try these out. Try my in-motion drop sets. I don't think I've seen anyone doing these kind of things, but if you did, you're welcome. All right, my friends, welcome back. Welcome back. So we got Taco demonstrating another cool move for your hamstrings. I like in my training of people and myself as well to stretch and compress, if you will, stretch and contract. So we did a lot of contraction on the other previous movements on the seated hammy curls. Now I want to stretch that whole entire glute hamstring complex out. So what I'm going to have Taco demonstrate is a single leg split deadlift, if you will. So the position is keep your feet shoulder width in line, but shoulder width spread apart. You're going to keep looking forward. Your body goes where your head looks, right? So as he drops down, he's going to bend that back leg to keep the tension in the front, stretching the glute hamstring. And as he's coming up the top, he's feeling that stretch all the way, pulling down the glute. I'm going to tell you where to feel it. I can't tell you how to get there. As you hear, this is going to be a pain trying to get to it. Careful on these, guys, just like anything else. You can tear stuff if you're not careful. So he's going to basically demonstrate the same thing, splitting the leg. Again, shoulder width out as he has it, keeping your balance. For those of you that practice martial arts, you know you don't want your legs in a linear motion. You get pushed over very easily. So same thing. Bend and stretch. There. Try to keep that front leg as straight as possible, but it'll be almost impossible once you come down. It will be a stretch. Don't squat, don't squat, don't squat. So keep it straight here. Lean forward, lean forward. Come back up. So you guys see what he's doing here? I'm gonna demo him here, drop him. All right, so as you get fatigued, of course your form will follow. What you want to do, split. As it comes down, keep that leg as straight as possible. Touching, bringing it up. It's not a squat, it's a stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Down, come up. Another one, stretch, stretch, stretch. Back leg, coming in, you're feeling it. Come all the way down, from insertion to insertion. That's the technique. Cool, guys. All right, well, my demo model Taco had to make a emergency exit out of here, but I'm continuing on the hamstring techniques. So, another mode of training that I like to instill. Also, some variety, guys, girls. What you want to do, get something different in your training. It doesn't have to be pick things up, put them down all the time. What I like to see is a little bit of motivational differences and stuff, all right? That's what we'll call them for now. Since we're renaming everything in the US right now, right? Let's get some motivational differences. So, lying hamstring curls. What can you possibly do to make these a little more interesting other than curl and release, curl and release? I like to do 10 down to 1. So what I mean by that is you're going to perform a lying hamstring curl single leg at a time. You're going to do 10 reps on one leg, drop it down, perform 10 on the other, drop it down, hit 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, so on and so forth, down the weights, down the rep range, if you will, till you get to 1 and 1. Right, left, 1, 1. All right? Choose a weight that is going to challenge you. Nothing super light, but you'll be amazed at how light you really need to drop it for both legs doing this kind of thing. Between 50, 70 pounds is usually sufficient for most people who try this. Start lighter. If you can accomplish the 10 down to 1 relatively easy, kick it up on your next round, all right? So it looks like this. Once you get to your 10, switch legs. Once you you get to that rep range, get to your 9, 8, your 7, on down. That's how you're gonna throw some intensifiers into your workout. All right, so another technique, like the demo for people, is how to do either, some people call them the glute ham raises, fetal curls, whatever method or methodology you want to use for it. It doesn't matter. There's still a hamstring contraction movement, and go from there. I don't know if there's really a scientific explanation as to what it's truly called. All right, other than glute ham raise is what we most use. So what you'll see is someone performing the method of performance like so. You'll get in, you'll come down, and you'll come way up. Not necessarily needed. What I show, wasted movement, is basically where I call that. Okay, again, not noted in scientific stone. However, I find there's more effective ways to do some things, okay, rather than wasted movement. So what we end up doing, extend your legs fully out, drive the knees to the pad, short movement. Kick your body straight out as you can, drive the knees to the pad. You'll feel that contraction, hammies only. Not low back, not anywhere else. Drive them back and down into the pad. Back and down into the pad. Short range of movement again. Squeeze and contract. That's how we perform that. Squeeze and contract. All right, so whatever method may work for you, fine. Try this technique out and tell me how you fare with that. So it should be all right. All right, my friends, welcome back. So we're going to tackle a couple of calf issues. For those that can't grow calves, most oftentimes you'll find out that they aren't training them with enough intensity. Remember, your calves carry your body weight around all the time, all day. So of course, you're going to be endurance challenged to knock these things out and get them to an appreciable growth level. So another technique I have used over the years to get the most amount of growth on my calves in my first years of training as a pro was DC calf raises, and they go something like this. So under seated calf raises, you're gonna do your 5-second slow negative into the hole on the stretch. You're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. Once you hit 10 seconds, explode up. Try and use the ball of your big toe. Focus, all right? 5 seconds down. Eccentric stretch on that. Boom. Hold for 10. Squeeze up. Every time you hold, that's be 1 rep, all right? Bringing it down, slow, time under tension. That's all that's involved. Back of the calf, everything, all your gastric, both heads. Launch up. That's the technique. The goal is to get to 10, so make sure you load enough weight on there that's gonna give you a challenge. If you need to drop the weight, drop it 1 time to get that rep range, all right? 10 to 12 on that. That's one of the techniques. Right, so another technique on the seated calf raise, most gyms have this piece of equipment, so find one, but you can duplicate this movement on leg press calf raises as well. Just make sure you keep those handles on the carriage locked during performance of any calf movements, all right, so you don't have any accidents. But another one I like to use for my clients and myself, my 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down. Ultimately, these guys hate this. It's a piston motion. You're keeping the muscle under continuous tension the entire movement, all right? So it looks like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you hit that bottom, it brings it right back up, same speed. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a contraction on either section of the movement. You're bringing it down, boom, and you're bringing it up. Same speed. May look a little funny, but I guarantee it's not gonna feel very funny once you do it the correct way. So make sure you're loading on the same amount of weight. That weight should not be bouncing or flickering around. It should be nice and smooth, boom, boom, boom. What I like to do is have these guys get to 10. And once you get to the 10, I'm gonna have you do quick reps under control, all right? That will force a lot of blood into the calves, pretty much making you screaming crippled here after that. So That's another technique. So, seated calf raises. Maybe your facility doesn't have a seated calf raise. What is another way that you can train calves on leg press? A great percentage of gyms around the US and world have some type of leg press, either on a linear sled type or 45-degree sled type like this here. One of the intensifying techniques I like to use on calf presses are pulses at the top or at the concentric portion of the movement, the contraction point of the movement. And it's demonstrated like so. So keeping your carriage handles locked in place should you forget and not have an unfortunate accident, especially if you're training by yourself. All you're gonna do, raise it up, full extension. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that at the top of the motion. Bringing it down in that full isolated stretch. Hold for a few seconds. Press up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bringing it down. Nice control. Same thing. Hold it for a few seconds at the base. Squeeze up. 1, 2, 3. The bottom of there. Once you get all those, try some quick sloppy reps, as I call it. Quick, 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 quick. That'll pump up your calves quite nicely and get you in the little pain zone that you're seeking. I know you guys are glutton for punishment, but that's definitely one of the techniques to add into your repertoire. You guys have watched this by now and you've checked out my little micro training series on body parts and how to effectively add some of the different techniques and styles into your already existing training program. Make sure you hit that like button down there, subscribe, tell your friends, you guys check it out. And tell me what you want to see, and I can bring you more content right here on the Dave Henry Real DH, the channel, right? We got you. So hang tight, we got some more stuff for you. All right, so some of you have written into me and asked me how do you do some more intensifying techniques for your calves. You just don't feel it. You're not getting the contraction where you're supposed to. Well, I posted something a while ago. I call it the Killer Minute. And basically it's a superset that is just absolute destruction for your calves overall. It's a superset of standing calf raises, supersetted with a squat calf raise, basically toe raise, or heel raise, contracting the gastrocs like extremely hard under pressure in a seated position. So without further ado, this is how you do it. So usually it's 10 and 10. All right, pick a sufficiently heavy weight that's gonna allow you to get 10 nice smooth reps. Again, going through that piston motion, neither contraction on either point of the movement, but on this one here, when you get to the squat calf raise itself, you will be contracting under tension and you will feel it at the back of the calves hardcore. So you guys write in, let me know how you feel about it. Do your 10. Come over, find an upright right next to you. Feet together, your heels will come up. Squeeze, all you're doing, squeeze up 2, like that. Squeeze 3. Oh man, no suck. All right, so we covered a little range of things today for hamstring training, just throwing some different variables into your training, some different variables into your calf training as well. So hopefully you utilize these techniques to help out your workout, give it a little more assistance. Again, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, leave me some comments on what you'd like to see. at a future point in time, and I'll definitely consider those things and get them into you. But in the meantime, you guys train safe, train hard, and I'll catch you later.